try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand. And now that we are cruising in mid-flight, you better watch out for that kryptonite. So come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. And we are at about 65% tonight, so we are happy for progress.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Welcome to the Tall Man's Cruise Adventure Live Show, coming to you right now, this very moment, from the MSC Seascape in cabin 11268. I keep on having to think about that. We've been here for 7 days, and I can't remember my cabin number.
At least you know where it is.
Yes, today was a beautiful day in the Bahamas, and we had a great day, and we're going to be covering Deck 8 tonight, all the inside areas of Deck 8, so stand by for that. Before we do anything else, got to get you this beautiful look out balcony cam. There it is, right? It is a beautiful, beautiful sunset happening to the front of the ship. Of course, we can't exactly see it because we're sort of stuck behind these cabins here in the back, but yeah. Anyway, so some housekeeping notes before we get into Deck 8. All right, if this is your first time finding our channel, you know what you need to do, right? You can hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live, which is basically every night we're on a cruise ship, right? It costs you nothing. It's absolutely free to you, and it really does help out the channel, and we really appreciate it. And every time we see a thumbs up, it gets an applause. Woohoo! Thank you very much. We appreciate it, everybody. All right. 2, if you have a question about MSC Seascape or MSC in general, we are on the ship. No better time to ask it than now. If you're with us live, leave your question, write the word question, and then the question in the chat. And if we don't know the answer, we will take a note and find the answer for you and bring it to you in the next, an upcoming show that we do live. Now, that being said, this is the end of the cruise. But we're going on another. It's back-to-back. We're not getting off tomorrow like everybody else. So if you're watching the replay, leave it in the comment section because we answer all our comments. Okay? That being said, I think it's time for Deck 8. What do you think, Lisa?
Sounds good.
All right, let's get to Deck 8. Good morning there, Tall Man Clan. Welcome back. Today we're on the MSC Seascape. We are on Deck 8, and we're going to show you all the public areas in relationship to the stairs and elevator banks. So let's get going. We always like to start off on the right. So let's start off on the right, which we get right into women's restroom. There's more stuff this way, but again, we're gonna circle around. We're just gonna stay this way. So here's your wine cellar for all the winers in the world. The winos, all the wine enthusiasts. We say that with great love. Right, nice desk here for tasting, table for tasting. All right. They have a really nice wine selection. And here's a little waiting area as we get to the back. Here is what's called the butcher's cut. All right, so I guess I'm going to have to go live with the narration because, well, as you heard, there's lots of music going on. So we are in Butcher's Cut right now. Butcher's Cut is their top-of-the-line steakhouse. It is a specialty restaurant. You know what we haven't done, Lisa? We haven't gotten the prices for the specialty restaurants. So
Yeah, we didn't do
no.
that.
So why don't you take a
No.
note, and we'll get that for our next upcoming show.
Yep.
That is kept kind of like a captain's table, sort of a special events table right there that happens. But it's a really unique dining experience in here, as it are most steakhouses and different cruise lines. And this goes back really deep. And throughout the tour, all the decks, you will see wine bottles used as art a lot in the walls. But it's a really comfortable restaurant, and you can exit out the back. That's what I'm pointing. But we're going to sort of backtrack so we don't miss anything because, well, you know, we tell you we're going to show you everything. We want to make sure that we do our best not to miss anything. So there's other stuff on the other side of this. The kitchen, as you see, it's right there in the restaurant. And so they're doing a lot of the preparation right there in front of you so you can see your food being cooked. It's a really neat experience. And some dry aged beef in there. Yeah, wouldn't mind a big hunk of that. Yeah, I just saw a little comment pop up about the solar storm going on here. So hopefully it won't affect us too much. I had you, so. But look, I mean, we're in the middle of the ocean streaming live. You know, what are the odds of that? Anyway, here's your teppanyaki restaurant. All the upscale restaurants are sort of in one general area, which is nice. There's a waiting area outside with a bar, so if you want to have, you know, a cocktail, get there a little bit early, check in, and then sit down and have a cocktail before you do teppanyaki. You can do that. And I know I go in there in just a minute, but I think they got like 8 or 10 tables in there.
I believe it's 8.
It's like a lot of tables. Most teppanyaki restaurants at sea have 3, maybe 4. Yeah, here we go. We can count these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8. Definitely. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Yeah, 8 teppanyaki tables. So yeah, we definitely we'll get you pricing on that. And please forgive Lisa's coughing. Like I said, 60 to 65%. So even if I have her muted, you'll hear her coughing through my mic. So I'll do my best. I'm pointing out just the different specialty restaurants here on the MSC Seascape, and they're all in this general vicinity. So we are now sort of heading down the left side of the ship. The right side is where Butcher's Cut was. But this is your sushi place. This is a sushi place.
Sushi.
Sushi.
Nice.
Your sushi place. It comes to you on a conveyor belt. That's what I was pointing out. I stood there long enough. We've showed clips of it in the highlights, the little plates circling around. It's really neat. You order something, they fix it, they put it on the conveyor, and it comes right to you. It's kind of neat. And over here is your Ocean K restaurant. Ocean Key, I pronounce that. Very exclusive. Not a lot of tables in here, right? It's a very upscale restaurant. Exclusive dining. I think there's like 10 tables per side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Yep, 10 tables per side, and it's the same exact thing on the other side. So you get a lot of attention if you're going to eat in this restaurant. Excuse me, and we'll get you the menus, and we'll post the menus up in Facebook, so you can see those. But you get at least an idea of the food offerings in there. Right. So there was your Ocean Key, Ocean K. I can't remember what I'm talking about there. It's obviously nighttime. The outside of Deck 8, there's a huge area that you can almost loop the entire ship. We'll bring you that tomorrow. But the walkway on Deck 8 is huge. Anyway, so there's a club back there. There's restrooms right there in front of it. Going to the back club. Lots of music happens there. They've had live musicians, karaoke, all kinds of different events happening in here. I think they had a wedding in there, 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
There's a couple people that got married on this ship while we were on here. We saw one yesterday and one today.
Yep.
So pretty exciting. And why? Let me turn down the gate just a little bit there so I don't cut out on you guys. So there was that back entrance to or exit to Butcher's Cut. And there's also access to get outside that I was showing you, as well as the other restrooms. There are a couple access points right. I was sort of looking at them, the brown doors. Those actually lead directly out to the back of the ship. Okay, back at Deck 8. I think I may walk out one of them here for you guys. good dance floor. Lots of stuff going on in there at night. Always can hear the partying going on there. Everybody's having a good time. Yeah, that's the door right there. Walk out there and you're right on to deck 8, the back side. And there's a pool back there. Yeah, I guess I'm going to show you. See? There you go. Walk through that glass door right there. Here's the rear elevator shaft. No stairs. Those elevators only go from deck 8 up to 18. It doesn't go any lower, doesn't go any higher. But we cover all of that. We'll cover that tomorrow. So let's circle back around. We're sort of going to do that backtracking, right? Because we had to go, to the left to stay to the right. But there you go. You see the restrooms again. That door was closed, but typically you can get in and out of that door to get to the outside of deck 8. Just, I know I've said it multiple times, guys, but this particular ship, all the 3 C ships, SEA, Seaside, Seashore, Seascape, the one that we're on now, just very elegant and classy looking ships from the interior. I think the outsides look a little bit strange because the cabins are all pushed in a little bit. So when you look at it right from the front, the bow, it's this big bow, and then the cabins are all sucked in a little bit. It kind of looks a little bit funny. I was just pointing out that's where we came from. That's where we started. So we're now moving into new territory. We're walking towards the middle of the ship or the atrium. There's access to the stairs and elevators right there. This is that iris thing, and we haven't checked it out yet again because Lisa hasn't been feeling well, but this is something that's unique. You stick your eyeball in there, and it takes a picture, and it turns it into art. What you're looking at, those are all pictures of people's eyeballs. It's pretty unique. This is the only ship that I believe has that. So overlooking the atrium area, it's 3 decks high, actually 4 decks high, deck 5, 6, 7, and 8. They do have entertainment down there at night as well. This is a shopping area, port shoppers. Here is your MSC merch shop. We had a lot of that in the highlights of the day today. Lisa went in there, took some video.
Had a lot of great things.
Yeah, they had a lot of great things in there, and very reasonably priced. T-shirts are like $17. They're like swanky jackets, like $26. I mean, it's just, of course, they're out of my size, but
And it's fleece, but still.
Yeah, and again, here's some more shops, guys. Jewelry, all the top of the line brands are in here. We're entering what they call Liberty Plaza. If you didn't see that sign. This is down below a couple decks is where the dueling piano sort of area is. There's a little club up here called the Loft. Call it the Loft Cafe, but it's more like a club. They have a lot of old style stuff in here, like antique-y sort of looking things, like old phones and old typewriters, and it's a very cool feel in there. And the decor fits it perfect. There's a stage up here at this end where the bands and musicians would play. And we're going to be covering a little bit more of the entertainment. We talked about it last night. We really haven't done anything at nighttime because Lisa just has not been well. This is their broadcast booth. Everything that happens live on the ship, from the TVs, to the stuff they show on their channels, because there's like 27 channels of cruise stuff on here. It all gets broadcast out of this location right here. So, wouldn't mind going in there and poking around a little bit. By the way, applause. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you. Yeah, see the old light there. Just even the chairs have sort of a 50s, 60s feel, right? Those old bucket chairs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't want to date anybody out there, but not that I was around in the 50s and 60s, but I've seen the architecture before. And again, there's a nice bar there too. So, all right, so let's go out the way we came in to make sure we don't miss anything. And we will stay here to the right as always. I just love the look at this, No, thank you very much again for the thumbs up. Just some little kiosks here in the center of the area there that they sell different things. That looks down into the casino. Remember, that is a non-smoking casino down there, so you don't have to worry about smoke rising up. There's also the looking down onto where the dueling piano guys and gals are, straight down there. And what we are now walking into is the entryway to the Oria Spa. And there's a bathroom right there, pointed out, sorry. And it's a accessibility bathroom as well. Now, it was closed, obviously 3 o'clock in the morning. We can't get in there. We will do a full tour of that. Don't worry about it. As you can see, there is a barber shop here with a gentleman that specializes in men's. And there's also this one here for women, as you see, for nails, as well as facials and different things like that right there. But there's also a hair salon for the women. So if you want to get all, you're going to come on here and get married like these couples, you can go there and get your hair done. Just on the other side of this, as you can see, is the stairwell and elevators. I'm obviously pointing out where I'm at. But just to the right here, that is the gym, your fitness center. Okay. So we will again get video of that at a later date and bring it to you in another show. It's very hard with those couple of spaces. Same thing with the kids area. So we're going to video them tomorrow in between when everybody's off the ship. All right. So there's also a business center here on the ship. I'm putting out a bathroom down there, by the way. Another bathroom, which is also accessible. If you want to have your corporate function here at sea, they've got a pretty decent space in here. There's 2 huge rooms or 4 smaller rooms, depending how they're cut up by these air walls. So those air walls can be removed and it become a bigger room. So if you want to have an event here at sea, I'm telling you, I used to produce some events at Seas, and there's no better way to do it, right? The food's included, the room's included, the entertainment's included. You'll spend far less money, and the retention rate of the information that you want to impart onto your attendees is at a greater level. It's like 80-something% as opposed to 40-something% on land. So anyway, you just put a group together and do your convention at sea, right? Because on most, at least 7-day sailings, there's at least a couple of days at sea, and that would be when you'd want to have your big events. So, anyways,
Exactly.
Yep. So there was your business center. Let's get out of there and move along. So we're now heading back towards Liberty Plaza. There's that bathroom again. Stairs and elevators. And this is the smoking casino. I know the sign said no smoking. It's because they were cleaning or whatever. But there's no smoking there. Trust me, that is the smoking casino. You can smell it the second you walk in the door. But this is it. It is a very small room. What I find amazing is MSC is so smoker friendly that they have the tiniest room, casino, if you will, for smokers. But anyway, that is the smoking casino. The main casino is just below.
Well, I guess you can smoke everywhere else.
Yeah.
I guess you can smoke everywhere else, so, you don't need to smoke while you're in the casino, I guess. I don't know.
We just walked in the sports bar. There are slot machines in here as well. But there's the stage in there. They can have comedians and different things in there. What's neat about the sports bar, and I just sort of pointed it out, throughout the sports bar, there's these little seating areas that are private. That one was a little bit more open, but you'll see the ones back here in the back in a minute. And they all have TVs inside of them. And let's say you're going to be at sea with a small group for 7 days and your favorite sports team is having a big whatever. I see the TV there. You can actually reserve these areas for your group. I do not know if there's a fee. There probably is if you're going to reserve it. We can find out. Why don't you take a note and find out so we can find out about that. But again, if you're here and you can get out of the bar that way. We're not going to take that way. We're going to go the other way. But if you want to reserve one of those areas for the big sporting event, whatever it is, soccer, football, baseball, hockey, field, whatever it is, doesn't matter. And anyway, that bar is just called Sports Bar. Nothing too fancy. But I kind of think it's neat that they have those little seating areas with their own individual TVs.
Oh, I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. Again, more jewelry, guys. You can see the Swarovski crystals. And we're sort of doubling back now and heading into the main atrium area. There's a little bit of a ramp right there. Notice the change of decor and color. They do it very well on the ship. It's like dividing it into areas. There's an excursion desk right there on the right. And again, the MSC shop that we've already seen. But let's cross over to the other side now. Break off to the other side. I'm sorry. Yes. So this is the only specialty restaurant that isn't in that bank of restaurants at the other end of this deck. This is Hola. It's the Hispanic restaurant. Tacos and burrito. What did they say? Hola. Tacos and I can't remember. We actually have not eaten there yet. It's the only specialty restaurant we haven't tried on the ship. We did all of them on previous sailings on MSC, but we have not tried that yet. Also, what we were just looking at, that was the other exit and or entrance to that sports bar. So we'll also get you the menu and the pricing for Hola. ¿Cómo está? More bathrooms. Right there. Baby changing table in there. And that is right where we started, guys, because that was, I was pointing at the wine cellar. So we have gone 360 degrees on deck 8. So you have seen everything there is. And so tomorrow night we will cover the outside of deck 8. So let's get right on to balcony cam because the sun, you can still see it there, right?
Yeah,
the glow.
a little bit, yeah.
And while we're looking at that, let's say hello to everybody.
That sounds like a
Right?
great idea.
Hello, Mama Tallman. First one in tonight. Welcome.
Wow.
Hello, Justina. Hello, friends. Charles says hello, everybody. Hello, right back to you, my friend. And Justina want to know, is that a caramel apple? No, it's actually a chocolate sprinkled covered apple.
Yes.
Hang on. Here, let me do that. So there you go.
Look at that.
Uh-huh.
Chocolate with sprinkles.
Sick my butt. Uh-huh. See how it is. Bev says hello, everyone. Chris H, hey now, buddy, how you doing? Charles says looks like Lisa may feel a little better.
A little bit.
Maybe another 10%, like I said.
Yeah.
So yesterday we were saying 50, today maybe 60, 65. She's got a ways to go.
Yeah.
Mama says bobbing for apples tonight. She may get a couple bites. Macrina, welcome. Hello all. Hello, Dr. Cherie. Love right back to you. Justina, welcome. A little bit of dancing, right? Woohoo.
Yeah.
Gina, good evening. Good evening. Macrina says, hey, Lisa, hope you're feeling better. And hi, Robert. See, everybody says hello to Lisa first. You know, it's funny. We talk about this. We haven't said it in a while. But when we're walking around the ship and stuff, people notice her before they notice me. I mean, I'm 6'4". For gosh sakes. I mean, you can't miss me walking down there. But we'll be walking side by side, and they go, "Hey, I know you." Not me. They're talking to her. It's the funniest thing all the time.
It is.
Yeah.
It is
All
very
the time.
funny.
Love the sunset and gelato, right?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't had gelato this cruise. We'll probably try some. Love it. Absolutely. Sunset cam.
Yes.
Right. We have just a little bit of it left. Right. Just a little bit. Patricia says, she's talking about the solar storm. A solar storm or a geomagnetic storm is going on today. Hopefully you will get to see the aurora borealis tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to stick our heads out there and look.
I'm going with us being way too far away.
Yeah. The worst part about solar storms for us is it would cut out internet. So
Yeah.
yeah. Love the specialty restaurants where it's a dinner and a show. Yeah, that's teppanyaki. Now, I don't, I know on Carnival, they only have 3 tables, and all the chefs cook sort of in tandem. They're singing together at the same time. They're all basically doing the same thing at the same time. It's a really unique thing they do.
It is.
That's not done here. Again, there's 8 tables and they just sort of come and go. But it is definitely a show. Teppanyaki is our favorite way to eat.
It is, but yeah, you're right. It's definitely different on Carnival. It's a really cool experience for sure.
Mamie Radar says, hello, everyone. She says, I bet the smell from teppanyaki cooking all at the same time would be heavenly.
Yeah.
I purposely do not go down that hallway at nighttime. I don't want to smell it. Because if I do, I'm like, okay, we're going right now.
He would every night.
Yeah, I would eat there every night if I could, afford it or wanted to pay that, right? Because I'm sure it's $35-$40, which, isn't horrible, but times 2 times 14 days on a ship, I mean, it gets expensive, so.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing all the specialty restaurants on the Princess cruise. We're going to be going on after this one is done for us because we haven't been there in a long time, so we want to try those out for you.
Yeah.
Anyway. Marina's like, I'd clean up that apple.
Oh, I plan on it.
Typically she would, but I bet she gets half through and stops.
Yeah, you might be right. I haven't been eating as much as I usually do.
No, I mean, for dinner she had a salad, she had the soup, and about 6 bites of her dinner tonight.
Fettuccine Alfredo. It was really good.
Yep, we'll go over that.
Yeah.
Danny, long-time watcher, first-time commenter. Well, welcome, Danny, long-time watcher, first-time commenter. Welcome out of the closet. Glad to see you, my friend. No choking. No choking.
Don't make me laugh.
I didn't write the comment. We miss little 101 too. Hope he's doing fine. We agree.
Yeah.
We agree. Yeah, so we've been remiss in telling everybody about dinner. We've been sort of out of sync of the things that happen day to day. So, again, we're going to post everything up on Facebook, but typically we at least tell you. I just posted before the show day 4's menus and pictures. I'll get you day 5 tomorrow and day 6 and day 7. Obviously, we're about to repeat this cruise, so the food's all going to be the same. Maybe we try some different things. Maybe we don't. I don't know. But after the 7th day, after today's menu, it's all going to be the same. So, yeah, we won't be taking pictures again. Here's the same stuff we ate. Anyway, so last night was interesting. We'll share some things that have transpired in the last 24 hours. So in the highlights, if you noticed, I had some shots of ships passing by us. A couple of them, or one of them, much closer than I felt comfortable with at that moment. It really looked like, oh my gosh, are we going to hit them? And of course, we got in front of them enough time. And oddly enough, that was the Magnifica. It was another MSC ship. In the course of 30 minutes, I think it was about 30 minutes. It could have been 40, but it was not very long. We passed very closely to 5 different ships.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was like, it's just like a conga line of ships going by. Yes, Danny, closet. Go back to your closet. No, stay out of the closet. Everybody wants to meet you. And so I thought that was interesting. And of course the camera doesn't do a good job of capturing a video and or picture with the darkness and then the lights being so bright. I would need, a nice big camera and all that stuff. And again, we've already talked about all the gear we carry. I'm not carrying anymore. But I mean, they were a lot closer than that video really shared. It was very, very interesting. But I just didn't realize that there was just, it was like a highway. It was crazy.
Well, I mean, I guess everybody's coming out of the Florida Strait, so you've got, the Bahamas right there.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a highly traveled area.
Yeah, well, it was Thursday last night, and so, I mean, Thursday isn't the biggest travel day for ships, right? It's usually
that's true.
Saturday, Sunday, but still, there are lots of ships that leave on Thursday that are doing the 3-4 day, 3-4 day, 3-4 day.
Right.
I forget all of them. The Magnifica was one. There was 1 or 2 Carnival. I think one was a Disney ship, and there was a Royal ship. I forget. I brought up Cruise Mapper, like, right at that moment to look, because I'm like, what is this? Where are we with all these ships going by? Anyway, so I found that pretty interesting. And what else? There was something else. So All right, so let's talk sort of getting into the back-to-back stuff, because that's something else interesting that also happened today. On your last day of the cruise, typically you'll get, your disembarkation information and your luggage tags, your luggage numbers. And so when you're doing a back-to-back, you don't get those. You get a different sort of notification. It looks a little bit like that. Here, we'll go full screen. Looks a little bit like this, right? It gives you all the information. Of course, it's backwards. You can't read it. I apologize.
Look in the mirror.
Yeah. Anyway.
Quick, go get a mirror.
Yep. So we got luggage tags today at first. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, we're staying in the same cabin. We're not doing anything. So we went down to customer service because we had some other questions and things for them today. And they, of course, at first, are you doing a back-to-back? Well, it says right here on your key card that you're getting off. I'm like, I promise you we're doing a back-to-back, and I promise you we're in the same cabin. And so they dug into the computer a little bit longer than I thought would take, but yep, there you are. And so he exchanged the stuff out and just follow the instructions. And it turns out there's about 400 people on this ship that are doing a back-to-back.
That's crazy. That's
like almost 10%.
Yeah.
Right?
I never thought that the numbers would ever be that high.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's the captain told us today. Yeah. Anyway, so so there's 400. So I don't know what's going to happen. They tell you there's 3 ways you can do this. One, you can do an excursion, right? Get on an excursion, go off and do Miami, and the excursion will bring you back, and then you're right on the ship. Option 2, disembark and re-embark at your convenience. It says you may leave the ship on your own until 10 a.m. and return after regular embarkation starts around 12 p.m. Please be advised that the all aboard time is 4. And option 3, remain on board to disembark as a group. Meeting time and location is 10 a.m. at the Cozumel restaurant on deck 6. And this is weird. Somebody needs to help them with their typing and grammar. This is bad. But anyway, it says, join us in the meeting point at the designated time to be escorted as a group once all the remaining guests have disembarked. This process should take up to about 1.5 hours. Okay, so when we got on this ship, around 10:50. It was well before noon. So I'm not sure what all that's about. It taking an hour and a half, I'm not sure what all that's about either. Typically what happens, again, you meet in some location. Once everybody has left the ship, you then go as a group. They scan your card out that you're now off the ship. You go down. Sometimes you go through customs, scan your face, right? If the facial thing. But then you basically turn right back around and get right back on the ship. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's more like a 7 to 10 minute process.
Yeah.
Not an hour and a half. So I'm very interested to see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Connor Gray, welcome, buddy. Don't remember seeing your name. So welcome to the Tall Man Clan. You get an applause.
Yes.
Have you ever taken a cruise around Italy? I've wanted to experience Italy and wanted to know if cruising could be the way to do so. We've done the Mediterranean, but it was more Greece than it was Italy.
Yeah.
And so we can say our experience from the cruising that we've done in Europe, here in America, the answer is yes. It's a great taster. The thing about Italy, depending on your personality type, there's so much history there. I mean, I could go spend 3 months in Rome and not see it all.
Without a doubt.
So on a cruise ship, you're going to get 8 to 10 hours in each port that you go to. So it's a bit of a taster, but it'll give you a great idea. And so
then you know which area you want to go back and explore more in depth the next time you visit.
So we would always recommend that.
Yeah.
So speaking of other interesting things that happened today, if y'all read the thing, we got into the yacht club today.
We did. Yeah.
yuck! I'm so excited. You want to see it? You don't want to see the yacht club? Sorry, you can't.
Yeah. They let us in, but the
They let
cameras
us in,
had
but
to stay.
yeah. You got to put the cameras away. So we basically got a guided tour. And so we can tell you our experience, but we can't show you the experience.
Yeah.
Now, when we went down to the customer service, we got with everybody we needed to get to, and it ended up being this 4-person thing. But they escorted us up there and met the officer in charge as well. And the putting away your phone thing was definitely not like Ben and why does his name escape me now?
No, it wasn't.
Ben and oh my God, forgive me guys, I'm so sorry. Ben and David. Oh, it was not like that at all. It was very polite. It was very nice. Guys, if you could, and this is why, and with a smile, and it was really nice.
It was.
And because I didn't have it on, but I did have it on my gimbal. And so I was ready to go. There were some people talking, some guests of the yacht club were down there talking with the concierge, and we were just waiting for them to leave so we could sort of start. And so I had it on ready to go, but wasn't recording. And so the officer and then the guy, anyway, it was like 3 of them, and it was really nice and calm and great. So no, not a problem. And we put it away, and they gave us a nice tour.
Yeah.
So it is definitely a very posh experience up there, and I don't want to say that it's in a hoity-toity kind of way.
It's not.
It's just the decor is completely different.
But at the same time, it's very similar. It blends in with the rest of the ship.
It does.
But there's upgrades like the towels.
The towels are all real fluffy.
This is the towel that we have.
For the pool.
Our pool towels. You know, it's a nice towel.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. But
they got these big blue plushy towels.
Their towels are like 5 or 6 times thicker than this. I kid you not. And they look like you could just like, I don't know, they look like cotton balls or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's definitely upgrades.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So, but the spaces looked amazing.
Yeah.
Of course, it's hard to talk about it because we don't have any visuals to show you.
No.
The menus up there are completely different. We looked at the menu for tonight. We again couldn't have our phone out to take a picture, and I can't remember anything that was on there other than surf and turf and frog raw and a few other things. Yeah, the front sort of lounge area was really comfortable. It's up basically over the bridge of the ship. There's an area you can walk out to that's outside on top of the bridge. There's like sofa type seating out there.
They're like this thick.
Yeah.
All the cushions on all the lounge chairs.
They've got like these little rock garden vignettes all throughout the front. It was really nicely laid out. Now, just above that area is a restaurant. We walked up the stairs, and that's all exclusive.
The views in that restaurant.
Oh, amazing. Just amazing. Because they look out all over the front of the
ship. You're all
ship.
over the top of the bridge, and that's all you have is just glass all the way around.
It's spectacular.
Yeah, very nice.
And of course, Danny's like, how well can you draw? Not well enough, buddy.
Yeah, no. No. But you know, one of the cooler things that I thought was that they have a hot tub in the very front of the ship.
So when you get all the way outside, it's got its own pool and its own hot tub, but they're separated.
Yes.
The pool is in the bar area. By the bar is also a small buffet. So you can have lunch there.
Yes.
But all the way at the very front of the ship, still in this area, is a pretty decent sized spa.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's a pretty big spa.
Yeah.
And again, you're sitting in that, overlooking the front of the ship.
Yeah. And I
cool.
thought that was that. Yeah. Can you imagine doing like a sail away from that hot tub?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Now, when we were in conversation with all these, and by the way, they weren't. After we had our first little meeting with everybody down in the reception area, everybody left except for the guy who walked us up there to begin with. He hung with us, and he didn't even like completely stay with us. Like we'd go up to the top deck. He just stood at the door where we came in, and we had free reign to walk around and do whatever we want. So it wasn't, like we were in handcuffs. They were treating us like adults and expecting that we abide by the rules, and the rules simply were, please no cameras. And I understand why, and it's okay. It's for the very same reason that we video most of the areas of the ship in the middle of the night. We purposely go above and beyond to try to not capture people in our videos. And it's the same thing that they're doing for the yacht club. It's a very, very exclusive club, and they don't want the people in there being videoed. However, in that meeting, it was determined that if we are booked into the yacht club and guests of the yacht club, we have free reign to video as much as we want. Okay?
Our personal videos.
Our personal videos.
Yes.
Right. How many cabins can we get? I don't know. You know, like when we get on the ship, we run around and get all the cabins. Are we able to do the same thing up there?
Don't think so.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because remember, if you don't know, when you come to get on the ship, if you're staying in the yacht club, your cabin attendant, who comes down in tails and white gloves, comes and escorts you from outside all the way into the ship, all the way to your cabin.
Yes.
So even if we're staying up there, it's unlikely that I can run around and get the different kind of rooms for you guys. But we could at least video the cabin that we stay in. So we're definitely probably going to need to book up into there. So, but let's back up for just a second and make sure that we don't miss anything.
Okay.
I haven't gone back far enough. Danny's like, do tell. Nah, Beth, she doesn't care. Wow, that's amazing. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Top secret place. David, yeah, I came to me before you said it. And Jen Daniels was like, no cameras, you gotta be getting me. She probably meant to say kidding me. No, and again, it wasn't in a rude way at all whatsoever.
It wasn't.
Earlier on the ship in the stream, I was told I needed to put my camera away because the captain, who was out in a public space, was taking pictures and photographs. I happened to walk by with my phone, taking video, and that pissed me off more than today in the yacht club, because she just didn't go about it the right way.
Agreed.
And it was very rude and through some kind of company policy BS, whatever it was. And that just didn't seem right at all, because that's just crap. There's no company policy that says you can't take a picture of the captain. That's just BS. But up there, nope. It was an officer. He had a couple stripes. You know, he probably third in the chain. I didn't get his name. I'm horrible about that. Everybody, super nice. It was great.
Yeah.
Not a problem. I literally put it back in, folded the gimbal up, and we walked around and had a good time.
I was actually shocked. They're like, yeah, it's a port day. Yeah, we can make that happen right now.
Yeah.
I was fully expecting, to do this tomorrow during the turnover.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what we were asking about.
Yeah.
Look, there'll be nobody around.
Yeah.
So anyway, but we were able to get up there. So.
Yeah.
Up there, I did it again. Did you see that, Lisa?
What did you do?
I moved the mouse and the size of the picture changes.
Oh,
So-
interesting.
Yeah, whatever.
Is that just on our screen, or is that?
It's because I don't have it locked. If I have it locked, I can't put the comments up. It's very
okay.
Jen Niels is really disappointing that we couldn't see how the rich live. You know what? If you go look at the prices, I promise you, there are balcony cabins on regular ships that are more expensive than some of the cabins up there.
Yeah,
like I think
agreed.
an inside cabin. Oddly enough, it was Danny or Chris. Somebody on the stream right now looked the price up like a few weeks ago or a week ago when we were talking about this. I think it was only like $3,000. Now, I mean, that might be a lot for a lot of people. And I'm not saying it's a little bit of money, but it's not $30,000 that some of you may think it is. It's very, very affordable as far as that class of experience goes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Right?
Yeah.
So we paid nearly, $5,000, the two of us, to go on the Carnival Jubilee for its inaugural.
Yes.
It's cheaper here in one of the yacht club suites.
Yeah.
So it's really not that bad. So we're definitely going to have to think about it. Anyway, how well can you draw? We talked about that. Are the pools and the hot tubs filled with champagne? I don't know. I didn't get close enough to lick it. So, I don't know. We'll have to find out. Were there a lot of togas and grapes? Togas, but there were no grapes. It was all mozzarella cheese.
Yeah, I saw this cheese cart. You saw that?
Yeah.
It was a cart, and there was like, it looked like a grocery store display, with like the broken crumbled Parmesan and mozzarella and all of,
Yeah.
just, it was crazy.
Yep.
You want it? Here it is.
Macrina says the crew apparently got trained how to tour you and to treat vloggers. Maybe. Yep. You remember, Ben and David talked about it, that they had been invited to speak. It's one thing to be able to go in. It's another thing to be able to video. And so hopefully they'll be able to work that out. Because, here's the thing I would think from the MSC side of things, whether you're staying there or not, they're marketing this exclusive ship in a ship type concept, where that area is this, and that. Yet, I won't say every cruiser, but a very, very high proportionate percentage of cruisers go to YouTube to look at videos of the ships that they want to go on, specifically the areas, and some people even will search for their specific cabin. And a lot of times they may find that specific cabin. So it would only benefit them to be able to let us, at a certain time, certain ways, right, to capture that footage.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying it should be today or tomorrow or this, that, or whatever, but there has to be a way.
Yeah.
And I hope they can figure it out, especially because it's is very beautiful. The carpet is not multi-layered, but on yesterday's video of deck 7, there was an area where there's like 3 colors of carpet all cut into this gray pattern. There's a lot of that going on up in there. Anyway.
Yeah, and they've got their own Swarovski crystal staircase.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Macrina says it's less expensive than a lot of Icon cabs. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Last time we looked, it was $1,800 per person for an inside cabin.
On the Icon.
I'm not going to do it.
No.
I mean, I love Royal, but I can't do it.
No.
It hurts. It just hurts. Chris says, question, Robert. May I ask if you could upgrade to an inside on the next sailing in the yacht club? See if you could possibly get an upgrade inside room is the cheapest. So every time you book a cruise on all these cruise lines now, not just MSC, but everybody else, everybody gets the email, hey, you can upgrade, bid for it. I typically would do that. I did not do this on these 2 sailings, only really because, and I don't want this to sound lazy, but I just didn't want to change rooms, right? We just didn't want to have to pack everything up and move it, because then it just doesn't feel like it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It feels like it's...
On a back-to-back, that could totally mess you up, and then you have to pack your belongings up to move even to another stateroom.
Correct.
You have to pack.
You have to pack.
And, who wants to do that? That's why you take it back-to-back, so you have the 14 days.
A lot of people. I mean, a lot of people will change cabin. We did that once on the Carnival Dream, I think it was. 7 days we were in a cove balcony, but we couldn't get it for both cruises. So the other one, we were in a different one. And we had to pack everything up and move it along. And of course, this was before we started the YouTube channel. And so it was a little bit easier then. Now, I mean, we got 4 suitcases just for all this gear we have. But Chris, we would try to do that. This sailing is completely full. Every cabin is full. We're not at capacity. Not every berth is full, but every cabin is full. We have we're going down to customer service when we're done with this. We have somebody else that we need to talk to, and we'll inquire if it's a possibility. Because if it's a possibility, the yacht club people will come down here and pack our stuff up. We wouldn't have to do it. I would do that. Sorry, but that's what they do. They help you unpack. They help you pack. It's crazy.
No, that's funny.
Yep. The water looks scary out there. How do you sleep on boats? Glad bag? Like a baby.
Yeah.
Boy, the little bit of... So this ship has been very steady. There was a couple days where we had a little bit of rockiness going on. And not like kind of rocky. Just this sort of little bit of... In fact, some of the people were watching tonight
Yesterday.
commented, like, "Are you guys just swaying in unison, or is the ship rocking?" And it was rocking just a little bit. It really, it's like, being in a bassinet when you were a little baby being rocked to sleep, except not that kind of rocking. It's just a very subtle.
Why don't you try a different camera view and see if we can get a better camera view?
Yeah, the problem is it's dark outside, so I'll bring it to the back of the ship.
Let's see if it looks any less scary that direction.
No, it won't. It's just a black hole out there because
Yeah.
we're too far away.
Yeah, and it's so calm out there right now that you don't see any of the water breaking.
Yeah.
And usually we're able to pick that up, but I don't see any wake at all.
Just a little right
Oh,
there.
yeah, just a tiny wake.
You can see the water whizzing by just a little bit there in the picture.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but the waters are blue; they're not black. I mean, we're in the Bahamas. I mean, we just left the Bahamas a few hours ago, and so
yeah.
it's beautiful. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
and Danny was answering Gladbag. Very good. It's like being rocked. Yep, it really is.
Yeah.
I get some of my best night's sleeps on a ship. Maybe not the last few days.
Yeah,
but,
not the last few days. I've
typically.
been coughing a lot.
Yes. So.
Yeah, neither one of us has been sleeping much.
But yeah, Chris, that it's a great idea to see if we can upgrade. However, I think at this point, like, I don't know. We'll ask and we'll get the answer, but I'm feeling the answer is no, only because people have already bid to pay to do an upgrade, and they're not going to sail with the space empty, and so they'll take the money. And like most cruise lines, there's a minimum that you have to bid.
Yeah.
It's not like you can just do $1 and pray that you may get it for $1. I think the inside started off at like $1,000 upgrade. And that's per person, which I thought was a bit high because I don't think it was that much. Like if you take our current balcony and that $1,000 per person, I'm like, I think that's more than it would have been.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we'll find out. You never know, man.
Never know.
Chris says, usually every debarkation I've ever been on, at least Disney Royal, they have let me look in any suite that I wanted. The Royal Suite is awesome, and so is the Roy Disney Suite. So look, outside of the Yacht Club, guys, every cabin review that we've ever done is in that same way, Chris.
Yeah.
We're either doing it getting on the ship or we're getting off the ship.
Yeah.
We prefer to do it getting on the ship because they're almost always just about clean or clean enough.
Yeah.
If we're doing it while we're trying to get off the ship, at that time of the morning, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, they're all still trashed.
They are, without a doubt. There's trash everywhere.
Yeah,
and piles of linens. And
it's crazy how people treat these cabins.
I know,
It really
is.
But the Yacht Club, still, it's different.
It is.
It is always 100% under lock and key, and there's people around, not passengers, but staff,
Yes.
watching and maintaining it. And I'm not talking like it's guarded. I don't want it to seem like it's a Fort Knox and you're behind this, but you're not getting in there to get a peek.
No, you're not. You know, they know the people that are
Yes.
in the rooms, and they know
They would
that
know in
you
a
don't
second.
belong.
We're walking around with a gimbal and a camera trying to get a view of a cabin.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. So,
No.
but every other cruise line, you're absolutely correct, Chris. We get them either coming in or going out, and there's never a problem. And even on this cruise line, all the rest of the cabins, everything outside of that Yacht Club,
Yes.
have at it. Just be
But
kind of nice,
that
right?
Yacht Club is
Not
a
the Yacht
special
Club.
thing, and
Yeah.
you know they are very protective of it.
You know what we need to do? We need
What's
to have
that?
a quick break.
Do we?
There's this strawberry cream puffy something or other staring at me.
There is. Look at that.
Oh, girl.
Is it good?
Mm.
It is a strawberry cream puff, just like it sounds.
It's like strawberry filled, too.
Ooh, yum.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, my God, that's good.
Nice.
Apple.
Oh, do you have the, because you know I like to cut it.
Sorry about that. It was snack time.
Can't have all these goodies and
Chris
not
said
eat them.
$3,300 for an inside for a yacht club. See, I mean, it's obviously not cheap or inexpensive, but there are regular inside cabins on the Icon that cost more than that right now.
Yeah.
So that is not a bad thing for the experience you would get up there. We're more than likely going to book another cruise on MSC before we get off of here, and that might be it.
Might have to be.
Marina's also asking or answering Glad Bag.
Glad bag?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Best night's sleep was in an inside cabin too, oddly enough. It doesn't matter where we are. I mean, we prefer the... You want me to take a bite? Hang on.
Here, do you want your own slice?
Yeah. I don't want your cooties.
No, you don't need my cooties. This is really good. Right?
That apple's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Oh, and that chocolate's amazing. Oh, yeah, that's really good.
Being a big guy that I am, 6'4", 200-ish pounds, I prefer the balcony cabins. Not 100% just because of the balcony. It's 50% the balcony because we like to sit out there. We love the view and the ocean sound, this, that, or whatever. But it's also space. The inside cabins are the smallest cabins in the ship. And so there's limited space in there. And especially doing what we do now, it would become even more cumbersome. But you're going to find out on the Princess, the Emerald Princess, which we're going to get on in another 7, 8, 9 days or whatever it is, because we do have an inside cabin there.
Yeah, we do.
We prefer that just because the rooms are typically a little bit bigger, right? So anyway, Danny says, unless you are doing 26 knots against a 60-mile-an-hour headwind. Well, look, if there's a storm and there's heavy this, well, and that's what was happening the other night when we came out of, oh, excuse me, everybody. Oh, my gosh. And when we came out of Cozumel, bam, we hit into some crazy winds.
Yeah, we did.
And again, it wasn't this kind of rocking, but
We're in the back of the ship, and so we caught the sway.
Yeah.
So that's what we had. We were doing this more than this.
And if you watch the stream, I turn the camera outside, balcony cam down. You can see the people's hairs, or the lady with their hairs were straight back. It was pretty windy.
It was windy.
Speaking of balcony cam, let's get back there. You can actually see some people down there.
I bet their hair's not going crazy.
No, there's no. It's pretty quiet down there.
Yeah.
Chris is very spacious too. The inside cabin's 215 to 230 square feet. Yeah, most inside cabins on regular cruise ships are about 158 square feet, if I remember correctly from my travel agent days.
Very small.
Yeah, so that's, it's a decent size inside cabin, right?
And MSC, their inside cabins are much more spacious than most of the other ships.
Just by chance, asked the hotel director for inside, someone might cancel. So oddly enough, out of all the people we got to communicate with and got dialed in with, the hotel director wasn't one of them.
No.
However, we did, the guy that we were talking to about the camera, the officer, he was the director of the yacht club. We did not get his name and number, but we can go get back to Rado?
Rado.
Rado, R-A-D-O?
Was it R-A? I thought it was R-O. Okay.
R-A-D-O, Rado.
Okay, so Rado.
And see if we can make that happen. But
Rado from Madagascar.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
That's the guy from customer service that walked us up and then introduced us to the main concierge guy up there. And then, of course, we were in with the officer again. I didn't get his name, just, anyway. We'll do that and maybe you'll see a broadcast from a different cabin tomorrow. I don't know. You never know. But, Chris, we're never afraid to ask. Never. No. Never afraid to ask.
No.
Yes, germs, cooties, germs. That's right. Doesn't hurt to ask things. Yep. You never, like I said, I didn't think they were going to let us up there at all, but because they didn't on the last ship.
No,
but it was a sea day that day.
Oh, and he did specifically say it's a port day.
Yes. Yeah. They also told us if this was a sea day, they would have said no.
Yeah, he
But the
did
fact
say
that it was a port day and the place was basically empty, we'll give you a tour. Okay,
He
great.
did say that.
Yep. Macrina says, yeah, I love balconies, and 99% of the time, book them. Do inside when I'm just solo because you have to pay double. Makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Danny says, third cruise of the Jubilee, captain was playing 10-hour catch-up. I felt and sounded like we were in an RV on an Oklahoma highway.
Oh, no.
You talking about because of the speed and things?
Yeah. Bop, 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 bop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had cruises like, look, our very first 2.5, 3 days on the Celebration, we were on the inaugural, and that we started in Southampton, so we had to go through the English Channel and then, over to Florida. It was storms.
Yeah.
And it was a bit rough. And even though it was a bit rough, that ship was real steady.
I was amazed how steady that ship was.
I mean, you trust me, you felt it. But look, I'll get back to that in just a second, because Danny says, no offense to my friends in Oklahoma, but come on, you know what I'm talking about. And I know
those roads are bad.
Their roads are horrible.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the damage that has happened to my vehicle. Arkansas
is the worst.
and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Horrible roads. Y'all fix that stuff. The very first cruise I was ever on was just a travesty. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. We did a whole video about it. It's on our channel. If you're new to the channel and you haven't watched it, please go. You'll get a good laugh, okay? When you're done watching it, the first words that'll come out of your mouth is, I can't believe this guy still cruises.
Right.
Or ever actually walked back on a cruise ship again. That's what you're going to say. Anyway, but yes, we've been cruising. I've been cruising ever since. And anyway, we're 40, 50. We're a lot of cruises into our cruising career. Okay, we stopped counting. There's so many. I mean, we went on 9 just last year. Okay, so we go on a lot. But the second cruise I was on the SS France, which was an NCL ship. They called it the Norway, but it used to be the SS France. Okay, and that ship is very, very narrow and very long. It was built as an ocean liner, kind of like the Titanic, right? Not as a cruise liner. 2 different hull shapes and ways it reacts with water. Okay, and the only time that ship wasn't moving side to side was the hours that it was tied up at dock when we boarded it, and the hours that it was tied up on dock when we were getting off of it.
That was pre-me, by the way.
Yeah. The rest of the time, it was this. I'm talking flying off the tables. I mean, it was well before cell phones. Trust me, there would have been viral videos coming out of that. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. In fact, 75% of the passengers were ill, and 50% of the crew were ill, right? Because I don't think there are stabilizers. Very thin and narrow, and this thing was just side to side. You had to get like a drink and hold it, and then put your arm on the table so the plate that they put down wouldn't slide off.
Oh my gosh.
It
I
was,
just can't even imagine.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And it was like that the entire freaking cruise.
I mean, I've been on some ships before where the silver and the glasses are sliding back and forth as the ship is swaying, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, brutal. Yeah, my first 2 cruises just, and here we are.
Yeah.
She's like, abandoned ship. Is that
I
the
think
title
that's
of
the
it?
name of the video.
Yeah, that's the video.
Yeah.
Just search for it on our channel. You'll find it.
Yeah.
And yes, the Norway. It really was a beautiful ship. It's who knows what it is now, because it's been long broken up and turned into something else, which is a shame. But generally speaking, now that ship was built ages ago. These cruise liners that we're on, the hull shapes are built in a certain way. The bulbous bow has been, developed ages ago now, and so that helps break the waves. They're much more steady. They've got stabilizers like wings that come out to help. It's not going to stop all the movement, but it sure does cut it down dramatically.
It really does.
Yes. Anyway, so what else is on our list for today? Anything? We've been ranting and raving. Oh, look who it is.
Angela, hi.
Welcome, Angela. Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you.
Yeah, remember we started at 8 tonight. You're an hour late.
Yeah.
Chris says, but Icon, the ship, is the destination. Nothing even remotely close to it.
And I guess that's the way you have to look
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah,
I just, I look at the back of that ship and all I see is a big box of exploding confetti. It just, I don't know.
yeah. Well, and we say this to everybody, Chris. Say it to you. Say it to everybody watching, and anybody that we meet along the way. People always ask us, "What's your favorite cruise line and why?" And the interesting thing is, it's hard to pick one because each cruise line offers a different kind of experience.
Yes, they do.
And for Royal, we enjoy Royal for the experience it offers. But I don't feel it's worth the price that they're wanting you to pay. We've been on the Symphony, we've been on the Mariner and the Allure. So we've been on
Anthem.
Anthem in the Seas. Yeah, so three different classes of ships. We've seen, now obviously the Icon is bigger than the Symphony, but the Symphony is a pretty big ship. And that style of cruising, I would not name it my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. We had a great time. And we tell everybody
and
that.
And we do it again.
And we would do it again. And we would pay to do it again. But I'll wait for the Icon to be a year old when the new one comes out, the new, whatever they're going to call it. Have they named it yet? I don't think they've named it yet. Or yeah, they have. Utopia, not Utopia. Crap. Star of the Seas? Crap. I can't remember right now. Anyway.
Star is ringing a bell.
When that one comes out, the cost of the Icon is going to plummet. We'll go on it then, and we'll have a great time, and we'll experience it. But it's slightly bigger than the Oasis class, but it's just been retooled a bunch of ways and added a bunch of new fun things. So, I mean, we can't wait to try it.
Oh, yeah, they definitely look like they've got some fun things on
Yes.
there.
I'm just not going to pay $4,000 to do it. It just, I just can't. It just hurts. So I'll go on this for a month for that same price.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
A month versus a week.
The Star, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The Star was stuck in the back of my head.
Yeah.
So having a brain block. But you're correct. That ship is the destination.
It is.
And for a lot of the ships that we go on these days, Chris, or even in general, whether we've been on them before or not, what we have been on a million times are these ports that we're going to.
Yeah.
Cozumel and Grand Cayman and Jamaica and Costa Maya and all these Caribbean ports. The ones we've been to the fewest are the far southern ones. Yeah. So I'm excited to go see those. But for us, the ship is always the destination because we rarely get off. And if we do get off, it's no much further than to buy a T-shirt and a new hat to replace the old ones we were wearing and wore out. And so for us, it is the ship.
Yeah.
So we do agree with you 100%.
I just feel like the Icon, you need at least 2 weeks to be able to see it all.
Oh yeah.
And otherwise it just doesn't seem worth it to me, especially if that's why you're going for that being the destination and you don't get to experience it. I don't know.
Tina says it was so bad. My wife slept in her clothes and her shoes.
Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's crappy. That's just not good.
It is.
Hello, my good people.
Hi.
Fun time with my man. That's awesome.
Ooh,
Glad you had.
go.
And and they're saying the hello to one another. So there you have it.
Very
Welcome
nice.
everyone. We have been horrible about getting you caught up with everything from the housekeeping stuff. So first of all, first and foremost, we've seen several new people here. Do us a huge favor. Hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, hit that notification bell. It costs you absolutely nothing. It really costs you nothing. It's free, and it really does help out the channel. And if you haven't figured it out yet, we do need a lot of help. So thank you. Second, we have a Facebook group. We post different content there than we do here on the YouTube channel. Like all the pictures of the food that we get here in the menus all get put up on the Facebook group as well as other things. So please go join the Facebook group. It's also free. But remember, you got to answer the 2 questions. When you click on the page to become a member, you got to agree to the terms, and it also asks you what was your first cruise ship you've ever been on. If you've never been sailing and you're about to do your first cruise, just write none, or write the cruise line that you're about to go on. Oh, by the way, that's the wrong thing. Thank you. I got it. I'm fixing that tonight. Darn it. And another one. Okay. So, anyway, also, we are going to be having a group cruise soon. Well, soon. about 18 months from now. And so if you're new to the channel and you like what you've been seeing and you want to come on the group cruise, here's just a little teaser about it.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples.
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you
on
on the horizon. Well, there you go. Our first group cruise, November 8th, 2025. If you want to be part of it, again, just send me an email, Tall Man's Cruise Adventures.
We are going to have so much fun. Sorry. I thought you were done. I wasn't paying attention.
So y'all think I'm the one who was cutting her off. Send me an email at tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. And we will connect you with Kathy. Kathy is the travel agent handling it for us. If you didn't know, we're not travel agents. We're not like most of the YouTubers out there. This is not a portal for us to make money off of you guys in booking with us. We're not travel agents. So we'll connect you with Kathy's information and you can come and join us, right?
Yes.
So there you have it. That's the wrong thing. I just constantly hitting wrong buttons. That's just me. So let's back up.
All right.
Hotel director can make it happen. Did it for me on Harmony. Yeah, if there's space available up there, there absolutely. Look, I would even gladly pay a few bucks more, right? If it's going to be empty, why not? Here's a couple $100. Let us get up there. We just have to go, like I said, after this, if we can make it happen, we can. If it's about somebody not showing up, then of course we have to wait till sometime tomorrow to find out. So, but we're going to do it, Chris. Just trust me. We do a lot more than you think. But I'm in all this, man. If there's a way to go around, I'm thinking about it. She'll tell you always.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Angela says, just got off the phone with Kathy. Kathy, again, is travel agent.
Yay.
So things are moving forward. Nice. Awesome. Adding you to the group cruise.
I'm so excited.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Gladbag says, I haven't been on a cruise. I'm too scared. But you're here
Oh.
watching a YouTube channel live from a cruise ship.
You know what? Here, this is a
Come with
perfect
us on the group
example.
cruise.
Well, this is a perfect example of why we do what we do. So people who've never experienced these things and want to know about it can get firsthand knowledge. You know, like Robert says, we are currently on the ship, so we can answer any questions you have about this ship. Plus, look at all of these people that are leaving comments. These guys, I mean, they're a wealth of knowledge. So, you know, if you want to, you know, question them, I'm sure they're happy to pipe in and tell you, you know, their experiences. And what, may I ask, are you afraid of? Do you not swim? Is that the deal? I hear a lot of people that say that they can't swim or are afraid to cruise.
You know, it's funny. We speak to a lot of crew that are on ships that can't swim.
Yes.
But they're crew on ships.
Yeah. And you know, and people talk back, you know, about the Titanic, you know, and things that happened. Nothing is like it was with that.
This is really simple. Statistically, there are more car crashes and plane crashes than there are cruise ship sinkings and or crashes.
Yeah.
It's really a safe, fun way to vacation.
It really is.
Just don't get drunk and go stand on top of a rail.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm just saying.
And you know, if you go out and drink like that, you should know whether you're that type of person that's going to do that. So put a limit on yourself.
Yes.
Or have somebody with you. But you know, I mean, we love it.
Yep.
We really do.
Yep.
Love it.
Chris says Robert must be the director, not the minion. Nope. I get it 100%. Got to go to the top dog. You got to go to the top dog. I get it. We asked for him today, but didn't need to get to him because they were going to give us the tour. But to do anything else, to say if this is that or this is that, and if there's one, can you move, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that would either be the director that we spoke to of the yacht club or the full hotel director. Either of those two would be fine. But everybody else we spoke to, yes. Minions, not going to work. Just paid off my 2024 Horizon ABC cruise. Awesome.
Nice.
Now you can start on the next one. Perfect.
Nice.
Macrina's like, Angela, Bev, Patricia, Lori, all going to have some blast. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
And Patricia also just got off the phone with Kathy too. Awesome.
Nice. Yay.
I'm going to have to give her a call. We're going to be running out of cabins.
Yeah, we might have to reserve some more. Yeah.
Because man, it's not even moving.
Not really.
It's me moving.
Yeah. We probably have to here.
Let's see if we can do it like
Put
this.
the camera down there.
Yeah. Hang on. We got skills.
Yeah.
We got equipment.
We do.
All right. There you go.
There's the cup of water. Lemonade.
It's not even moving.
No. And we are sailing. I mean,
We're moving at, I think, 18 or 19 knots.
Yeah.
So. Oh, hey there. Hi. Good idea, Danny. Thank you,
yeah,
buddy.
that was a great idea, Danny.
That's why we like you out of the closet. Okay. Now that it's over here, I'll have a drink of it.
Okay.
Even though it's the same exact stuff I have in my thermos over there.
It is. It's just the older stuff. I put the fresh stuff in the thermos.
And Macrina says, if you need to swim, you have a bigger problem than that. Yeah, you really do.
Well,
Bev
that
says,
is very true.
right, people just don't fall off ships. No, they don't.
No.
They don't. Bev 100% agreed. You can't fall off a ship. I mean, you can't you could. If somebody's running, but no, you can't. There's railings everywhere. You can't just trip and, oh, no. That just can't
It's not
happen.
going to happen.
No. Oh, Angela says, look, I can't swim, but I still take the risk on the snorkeling experience. Go to my page and you will see. Nice.
Nice. Yes,
Nice.
Nice. A lot of fun.
I'm impressed you both got your shoes on. Yeah. But
I didn't even think of that. That's so funny.
you know what else I did today and I didn't tell her? I had to do all the videoing today. Again, she's only 65%, and it was still warm in the Bahamas. So walking the decks, she barely got through half of the first one. I sent her back to the cabin. I went on the little obstacle course thing by myself today.
No.
Trying to hold the phone and get through that little ropey thing.
By yourself?
By myself.
Oh, I can't wait to see this video. Yeah.
Yeah, it took a while.
I gotta see that
'Cause,
video.
Yeah, it was not bad. Nixie says,
Hi.
hey, Nixie, good to see you again. Cruise ships use stabilizers that keep the boat from rocking even with giant waves. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the stabilizers are kind of like wings. And when it does begin to rock, they turn, like this way, right, to counterbalance the way that the ship would rock. And it keeps you very, very, yep.
And they're amazing. They really
And
are.
so it's like, you slurp that drink like it was alcohol. No, I promise you, it's just lemonade. Here.
It is just lemonade.
Trust me, I'm not doing that with alcohol.
No.
No. Just lemonade, I promise. I mean, I'll have, we told you, we don't drink a lot. We very rarely, but we'll have one.
And we share with you when we do.
Typically, I mean, we had a couple of bottles of champagne on the frenzy. Live on YouTube. Well, let's get drunk. That would be fun. No.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe for you guys. Oh my gosh.
They were loving it.
Yeah. That was with Mark and Rocky from This Cruise Life. They happened to be on the ship. There was several of the content creators there, and everywhere we went, they went. And so we said, hey, we're going to be doing a show, like, come on down. So they actually came on down one night, and we had been contemplating, what are we going to do with it? We had two of these tiny little bottles of champagne, kind of like a water bottle, like a smaller water bottle.
16.9 ounce
Yeah,
size.
yeah. And then we had the regular size bottle of champagne. We're like, can't put it on a plane and take it back to the East Coast. We're gonna have to drink it. Champagne isn't our favorite thing to begin with anyway. I mean, we drink it, but so we're like, I don't know what it is. So they're down there. Oh, we've reinforcements.
Yes.
Quick, go get the bottle. So she ran up and got the bottle. They're like, oh man. We popped the cork. The only thing that sucked is we were in the shadows while doing it because of. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, that's okay. Moving on. Macrina says, my husband was from Trinidad and he couldn't swim, but he said it's only an island from the water. That's right. So, yeah. And he taught me how to swim. And he couldn't swim? Interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah.
Macrina's like, wow, Robert's ropes course? I'm impressed. Got to see that in the group cruise. Again, it's not like the Carnival's ropes course.
It's
not. You'll see it in a couple of days when we broadcast it. It's like the kids' little splash area. It's done like in a pirate's theme. So there's like a mast with the crow's nest, and there's a couple of rope things that lead to the crow's nest.
You're fully enclosed. It's just a little awkward.
It's because it moves, and I've got the phone in one hand. I'm holding on for dear life with the other and trying to walk on the skinny rope little thing, and yeah.
Either way, I'm impressed.
I know, by myself.
I am so impressed.
Right?
Yeah.
I try anything once, sometimes twice. Oh, my good Lord. Mary says, I wonder if Mark bought his buttons. I'm pretty sure after they saw this setup, they're not getting any of this stuff. It's just a lot of stuff to carry on, and they made a very off camera. Their whole life cell phone.
Yeah.
Right? They're able, same thing with like Jay. Everything he does, cell phone. It's all cell phone. It's easy. It's in your pocket. It's small. Goes everywhere with you. You don't have to worry about this, that, or whatever.
They even do their editing on the cell phone.
Yeah.
Both Jay and Rocky.
Yeah. So
they do all the editing on their cell phone.
We've got some stuff. In fact, I showed you the picture and the highlights of our tall stand leaning off the side of the balcony, which is where balcony cam is here. Hang on. It's right at the beginning. I'll show you. Where are we here? Hang on. We're just going to mute that. It's right here at the beginning. Right after the
Disney ship. The magic. There it is.
That's it. So that thing right there, believe it or not, that is 16 feet tall when it's fully extended. All right? It doesn't fit in anything. It's got its own bag. Can't check it under the plane, so we're carrying that through the airport and sticking it on the plane. And then we've got a rolling suitcase and two backpacks just full of stuff. Yep. And they saw all of it, and of course they're interested in what we're able to do with it, but he ain't buying buttons.
It does not fit in their lifestyle.
No, not at all. They are not buying buttons.
No, I don't think so.
Did I miss something? Ropes course. I'm impressed. Got to see it on the group cruise. Okay, maybe. Everybody bring the 2 bottles of wine, and TMC will have our own party. Yeah. And then Mamie says, I wonder if Mark bought his button. Okay. Angela says, let's get toasted. Okay. Glad it was enjoyed. Yeah, we had a great time. It was fun to sit down with them and enjoy the conversation with them as well as that bottle and a half of champagne.
Yeah, and we actually had so much fun. They came back the second night.
Yeah, and we tried to stream at the same time on both channels. My software allows me to do as many channels as I want. It's just a bandwidth thing. And of course, I don't know what happened. We had plenty of bandwidth, but it shut off the video to their channel, but left the commenting on their channel.
Yeah.
It was very, very strange.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. And he taught your son to swim too. Wow. Interesting.
Nice.
What's the next cruise, TMC? All right, we'll talk about that in just a second. We love your dedication to tech. Well, look, we like to do things different. We've been very upfront about that. You know, our tours, if you're new and haven't watched our tours, guys, no one covers a ship quite like we do. 360, front to back, top to bottom, left to right. Every ounce of the ship gets walked that we're able to get to. Obviously, we can't go to the crew areas. But outside of that, and we can't get to the yacht club on MSC ships. and we bring it to you live in a format that allows interaction and conversation, right? Where, when typically you watch videos from guys, it's produced, it's a highlight reel at best. Some of them are becoming slightly longer, but generally just highlights, doesn't cover everything, and we would like to do it different. We also do our cabin deck tours. Nobody at all does that.
Yeah.
And so you're able to see where your cabin is in relationship to stairs and elevators. We do this all unique because it's what we like to do. And so to be able to do some of this stuff, it requires some tech. It just does. With the cruise ship departures, to get great angles, we got to get a camera that can move. Right? Can't be out there with my cell phone like we did the first couple times.
Yeah,
it worked. It worked.
Yeah, but it was bad. It was so bad.
But we live through it and we upgrade, right? And so, interestingly enough, my thing with the buttons, it's the smallest one you could buy. I don't want that one. I want the next size up, but I can't fit that in my backpack. So everything is a challenge. So we work with it. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate that you appreciate our dedication to the tech mania.
Absolutely.
So Angela says, next cruise before our meet and greet. Well, we're going to have a bunch of cruises before then, hopefully. The very next cruise is right after this. This cruise ends tomorrow. However, we're doing a back-to-back. So we're staying here on the MSC Seascape for another 7 days. We are doing an Eastern Caribbean, St. Thomas, Dominican Republic, and San Juan. Okay? So that is 7 days after this. Then we get off of this. We have 1 day on dry land. You landlubbers. Get ya. Walk the plank. Anyway, sorry. I can't think of what I'm saying. Then we're getting on the Emerald Princess and doing a 10-day southern. I forget all the places we're going to, but a bunch of cool places.
St. Kitts, Aruba.
A bunch of cool places.
Yeah, I can't remember.
British Virgin Islands, Tortola, BVI.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, that's a 10-day southern, so we're looking forward to that. Then it's back to work for us.
Yeah.
We'll be not able to get on to another cruise ship until November-ish time frame of this year. Not next year, this year. And we don't know yet. We'll see how things develop and what we're doing. But of course, as soon as we know, we will let you know.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right, so there you go. Danny says, you could go to the crew areas if you really tried. You just don't love us.
Oh.
Danny's trying to get us arrested and put in the brig.
He is. I'm telling you.
I know,
man.
right?
See, now, if that were to happen, if we were to get arrested and get thrown in the brig, then we wouldn't have anything to bring you. So
no. And then Danny'd be
you.
like, oh my God, he actually did it. I was just kidding. Right?
That would be something I would think Danny would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And cabin with ice tours. Sometimes we miss them. And cabins with ice tours. We ziplined in St. Kitts. I don't know if this is... am I missing something? I don't know. Maybe.
I think, we must be missing something. Cause
Danny's like, driving time. Yep. Yeah, we do. We'll have some drives. Florida to West Virginia, or Virginia, then Virginia to Pennsylvania, which is the shortest one. Pennsylvania to South Dakota.
Yeah.
South Dakota to Ohio.
Ohio
to Tennessee, and then Tennessee to Arizona. That's if that all stays the same. I don't even know.
Yeah. Lots of driving.
Marina's like, maybe it's good that Danny can't get crew vacation time. If he wants to go explore the crew area, he can go right ahead.
Yeah.
It'll be like Mission Impossible. We disavow you. Ice sounds, ice music, ice sounds. Oh, the ice. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it was part ice, part the metal straw.
Yeah, so we figured out what that is, and that won't happen again.
Yep. Sorry, Mr. Lyons.
Yeah.
I get it. We're mad cow. You got to deal with this. It's horrible. I don't know. Ice in your cups. All right, everybody. So, any parting questions before we go down and try to beg for a yacht club cabin? Should we bring you? No, I'm not even suggesting that. We'll just prop the camera down. All right, we're live, everybody.
Can you imagine?
The problem is we can't do this anymore because we got all this crap.
No, we can't. Used to, we would be able to go
Well,
on road
sort
trips.
of. It would be hard. I'd have to hold the computer.
And I'd have to hold the other phone. But now we're not even using the phone, so now we can't even do that.
Special report from Danny in the Crew area. That's just in. Flash. News flash. Hang on.
Yeah.
Do I still? Hang on.
Here's the latest cruise news with your host, the Tall Man.
This just in, Danny Mac from the group Tall Man Clan is in the brig on the Carnival Horizon. News at 6. Oh, man. Angela, she wants to know how you're coming along.
Well, you hear that coughing. You know, once it gets down inside, you know, that coughing is just hard to get rid of. Last time I coughed like this, it took me about 2.5 weeks to get rid of the cough. But I'm feeling better. My back is feeling better as well. I don't think I'm as slow moving as I had been the last couple of days.
No, you are.
Fine, whatever.
I say that in a loving way.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, Robert was saying earlier, we're at 65%. So I think I'm good with that. That's probably an accurate number. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I really do.
Yes. But we really hope that she's, at least from a functional standpoint, right? Because there's things that we have scheduled to do that we've not been able to accomplish any of it.
Yeah.
And these are things that need to be done while we're on a ship.
Yeah.
And so we do have limited time. And of course, it's okay. When you're ill, you can't do it. So we're hoping that she each day gets a little bit better. So in the next handful of days, we're able to start to get some of those things done that you guys will get to see in the future. Anyway, everybody's commenting about the news. Danny will stow away. Cruise news, love it. You've never seen that intro? Yeah. When we do the cruise news, I have a little intro for it.
Yeah. We do
Pictures
that
at
when we're not on a ship.
Yeah. When we can't be on cruise ships, we do departures if we're close enough to a port. We do cruise news. We do like entitlement type stuff. You know.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Now it's are you kidding me? Because I got a button.
Oh gosh, I've created a monster.
Yeah, I feel that I'm getting a criminal personality. Hello, Nurse Tara. Welcome. Yes, you were late.
Hi.
We were, you were like an hour and 40 minutes late.
Yeah.
Well, it's because we started at 8.
Yeah.
So, you guys are used to us being on at 9. 8 to 9, somewhere in this time frame. It's going to same thing with this next cruise. There's going to be a couple days where it's 8. There's going to be multiple days where it's 9 because we're going to be changing clocks, I believe. And then we get back to 8 o'clock. So it's going to be a bit of a floating time. We'll make sure that we put that up in the Facebook group. So if you are not part of the Facebook group, guys, go to Facebook, search Tall Man Clan's Cruise Adventures, answer the 2 questions.
Yes, please.
So you don't get declined.
Yeah.
Okay? And right into the group. I mean, it's free. It's just group questions you got to answer. Okay? Again, Facebook, Tall Man's Cruise Adventures. Okay? You'll find it. Anyway. And then he's like, but I'm really a nice person. I wouldn't do those things, but I'm not against motivating someone else. You ain't motivating me. No. Praying you get better. We both need a hot healing sauna bath to get this mucus out. We're gonna do a spa treatment.
So I'm sorry. I hope you feel better too. I didn't realize you were sick as well.
She had mentioned that last night, or briefly, and somewhere it could have been not on the stream. I forget, but she had mentioned somewhere that she'd been
I totally
under
missed
the weather
that.
too.
Yeah, hope you're feeling better too. Yeah.
Yep. Tinny's like, I'm the baby in my family, aka pot stirrer. Sorry, I'm at work and they are working me. God, what a horrible thing,
man.
Right? We're so sorry.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being here. Period.
Yeah, we do.
Late and or rebroadcast.
Yeah.
We love you all.
Absolutely.
Oh, speaking of love, there's a little love.
Oh, Angela, thank you.
This is as
you
close
so much.
to flashing
Our
lights
flashing
as
lights.
we get here on the cruise. But we do have this. Is that right? Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Ooh.
We appreciate
We appreciate you.
Yeah. Kept feeling better.
Patricia says, oh, hang on. I got to back up. God, I missed a bunch. It says, I'm the puppet master. Careful, we'll turn you into Pinocchio.
Oh, my.
Danny, we must meet you now. You instigator. So there you go.
Oh, my
We love the
goodness.
Tall Man Clan. It's great being on with you guys every night. We really do appreciate you.
Yeah, it is.
Those jobs always seem to get in the way of social
I
time.
know, right?
Right?
Man.
Hey, speaking of late,
Well,
there's
hey,
Tom.
Tom.
Good to catch you live.
Yeah.
Been on a college basketball game tonight. Feel better, Lisa?
A little bit. Yes, thank you.
Another 10% better.
Yeah, and actually, I think it was a feel better, not a do you
Oh.
feel better?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, okay, either way.
Yeah, but thank you.
I know, right? Those horrible things. And there's somebody else new, OG Weasel.
Oh, hi.
Welcome, buddy. Welcome to the
Yeah,
Tall Man Clan. You get an applause just for being here.
Absolutely.
While you're at it, do us a favor. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe. Become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, and Lord knows the antics we have here on these shows.
Right?
We at least didn't get walked in on tonight by the
By
the
our room
cabin steward.
Yeah.
Last night, right after the intro, we're just about to, hey, this is... Just, you got to be kidding me.
That's what happens when you don't put the do not disturb sign
I
up.
know. And the microphones have been working, too. I mean,
Yes,
yeah.
I know.
So again, hello, OG Weasel. Welcome to the
Hey.
Nut House.
Yeah.
TMC. Got to work
yeah.
to pay for my cruises. Oh, yes, we understand that.
We totally get that.
That's why we're not going to see water for, at least the ocean, for 4 months.
Yeah.
Got to go work.
Yep.
We
Gotta
work,
do it.
We work a crazy schedule.
Yeah.
You both melt my heart and make my night go better, along with
Aw.
Macrina. Thank you so much,
Aw,
Angela.
thank
We appreciate you. We
you.
can't wait to hang out with you.
I know.
Nurse Tara, feel your pain. Me too. And then hearts for everyone.
Oh.
Hey, OG Weasel, where you from, buddy?
Yeah.
Where are you coming from? Since you're new to the Tall Man Clan, we'll you know, I'm not going to say pick. See, look, it just got smaller again. What happens is I go to move the mouse with my 2 fingers,
Oh.
and it's
And you're
still
doing the-
here instead of there. So
Gotcha.
anyway, I'll tell you where we're from. We are currently from cabin 11268 on the MSC Seascape.
Yes.
And you are looking at a secondary camera we have that is on our balcony that is looking out the side of the ship. In fact, let's make this camera move to the back of the ship for a minute.
Here we go.
Poke our nose down there. This area has been, some people hanging out there. Got a little one.
I'm
That-
not sure how much you've caught of our show, but we are live on the cruise ship. And so if you have any questions that you want answered, now's a perfect time to ask away because we are on the ship. We're going to be on for another 7 days.
Another
and
7 days, yeah.
Yeah. And so let us know what your questions are, and we are happy to find answers.
By the way, you're looking down onto deck 8 right here. So this is down there where those people are standing. That is the outside of deck 8, which we're going to do tomorrow night, the outside area of deck 8. So, and we are now looking forward. Obviously, you can hopefully see the waves moving a little bit there, but yeah.
Not very much. It's
Nope, not very much.
Very, very still out there tonight.
Nope. Anyway, okay. All right, well, we'll wait for another minute to see if he responds, and if not, we'll probably say goodnight.
Yeah.
Not that we have to get up or pack or do anything tomorrow.
I know. I'm so happy about that.
And we don't have to actually do anything until 10 o'clock.
I
Well, I mean, we'll
know.
probably get up and have breakfast first, I would think.
Yeah, I would agree.
By the way, during the highlights, did everybody catch the pictures of the video of the breakfast buffet this morning? You know, we talked a lot about how we feel about the food on MSC and the service and stuff. And not just the MDR, but the presentation on the buffet. It's so hard to get you good shots or video of the food on the buffet because there's always 6 million people around, if you will. It's a buffet, and it's been poked at and whatever. So I was up there at 6:30 this morning for breakfast. I was up early, got the sunrise. All these videos you see, it's me up watching the sunrise and or the sunset, right? I just don't set a camera and leave it go forever. I literally watch this stuff happen. It's amazing. It really is my favorite time. But I hope it does it justice, because you can't get in close and do a panning shot with it. But it's amazing to see the variety of stuff. First of all, there's bacon every day. And they have waffles, pancakes, and French toast every day. Multiple different ways that they cook eggs. First of all, there's omelet stations, so you can have an omelet, and you can have it however you want it. I think they've got like 6 or 8 different toppings you can choose from. They have fried eggs. They have over easy, and these, again, prepared. You don't have to wait in line. Obviously, you have to wait in line for the omelets.
Eggs Benedict.
Yep, they do have prepared omelets, like cheese only or whatever, that you don't have to wait in the line for. They're already done. Biscuits and oatmeal, and they have rice and
Skillets.
it's just all kinds of things we just don't see on other cruise lines.
The whole the salmon and herring thing.
Yeah.
too. We talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they had, like today for breakfast, I didn't notice it on any other day, but I hadn't ever looked that close. But they had like a whole, like an Asian, I don't want to say soup, but there was like a broth, chicken, and noodles. So almost like,
I saw somebody
you know what I'm talking
with
about?
that. I didn't see it. I didn't
Yeah.
look around everywhere, but I saw somebody with that.
6:30 this morning on a breakfast buffet, like a ramen, right?
Yeah.
So you could do a ramen for breakfast. So, lots of stuff.
They even have Pop-Tarts, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, they have Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's your breads. They've got pastries, and they make these guava pastries.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, tons of stuff, guys.
Yeah, empanadas and yeah.
Yep. Nurse Tara wants to know how we're liking the shows. I don't know. We haven't seen one yet. So
I've been sick, and so we've been.
And
yeah.
if you missed a lot of that because you came in late, so we'll just talk about it real quick. Since Lisa's been ill, the minute we're done streaming, she's literally rolls off the sofa into bed. And just is in this outfit for hours until she decides to take it off and get into her little whatever you want to call what you wear, your sweatsuit.
My jammies.
Your jammies, yeah. Anyway, so we haven't caught any of the nighttime stuff. I will say this. If we're going to see any of the shows and tell you about the shows, we may end up having to either miss a stream, a live show, or do it very, very, very late, and or do it very, very, very early. Something along these lines, because we eat dinner at 5. That's what we get the earliest dinner, so we have our night times free so we can see some night stuff. However, we stream at either 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So let's just do some basic math here. We go to dinner at 5. Our restaurant staff that at our table this time has been amazing. When I was down there by myself, when she was sick a couple days, I was in and out of there 45 minutes. With Lisa, hour and 5 minutes. I mean, they are really on top of the serving, which is fantastic. And it's because it's our style. Because there's other people still sitting there that are taking their time more. We get in, we do what we want to eat, and we go, right? So we're now out of there at, say, 6:15, 6:45, 6:15-ish. So we're now an hour and 45 minutes before stream time. But we still have stuff that we have to prepare. So that's the time that we used to do that. The shows don't start until like 7:30.
7:30 or 9:30,
Yeah.
I believe.
So we might be able to, like, okay, we're going to be here with you tonight. We're only going to be on an hour. We're going to cut it short so we can go see a show. So we're going to work this out. We're going to work this out in the next couple days of how we're going to get to at least see some snippets of the shows, because that's my background. I'm an entertainer, come from the entertainment industry, and sitting down and watching those shows is something that I've always done. And be honest, I've been missing them of late.
Yeah.
Because we've been streaming with you guys when all the shows go on. So I have been missing it, but we're going to do our best to see the shows. If not, we'll at least get to see the rest of the entertainment to tell you how that is. Okay? Yeah. Angela says, I think Macrina, Lori, and I will turn this cruise upside down.
Oh, you know it.
We may have to disavow all of you. Don't know them. I don't know them. Pizza road trip. Yep. You will have to pack if you're going to the uppity area. No, like I said, I'm going to let them pack.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're in the uppity area. They do that for
Yeah,
you.
that's right. Jill, please not literally. Love the movie Poseidon Adventures, but that's enough. Biscuits. Yeah, go back and watch the highlights and just maybe stop it. There's so much stuff.
Yeah.
Ramen, yum. Build your own soup. Yeah, it was because they also had chicken, pork, and beef. I think they're on the side, and the noodles, and then the broth. Yeah, soy sauce. Yeah, build your own soup.
Yeah.
Yep. Catering to the picky. My child will only eat Pop-Tarts.
Well, there you go.
Angela also love ramen. That would be good for you, Lisa. Yeah.
It would. I didn't see that, or I would have grabbed some for
15 to 11.
sure.
We also forgot to show you.
Oh yeah.
We got our little our gifts here. Let me put this back up here. Hang on, full screen.
You
Got our
open
gifts.
your bag.
Yeah, I'll open mine.
Okay.
So I think this is like, the platinum diamond type gift on Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of like a
Little drawstring.
a lot of drawstring bag.
Shoulder bag.
Yeah, neat. So we each
Backpack.
got one of those.
Yeah.
So yeah. Nice. There you go. So we each got one.
Yeah.
There you have it. Oh, 2 points. All right, y'all. I don't know about you, but I am ready to go do something. Ready to go do something?
Yeah.
Let's
I
go do
think
something.
yeah. Let's try to do something here.
All right. On that note, we love you all. We will see you tomorrow night
Yes.
on day 8. Day 1. Day 1/8.
Yeah.
Day 8/1. I don't know what we're going to call it
Yeah.
because it's day 1 of the cruise, but it's our 8th day.
Mm-hmm.
Danny's like, a bag for more cameras. No.
No.
By the way, I just added a GoPro, for God's sakes. We had to do that because of water shots. Like when we do excursions, or you guys have been begging us to go down slides. Can't do it with the camera, so we got a GoPro. Thank God it's tiny. But of course, it's in this case with the box and all the stuff and that I have with it. Just it's all for a tiny little freaking GoPro. What the heck? It's all of that for this tiny little thing. I don't know what you need all this just for. I got a chest harness and a head harness and a harness. I mean, I got a harness for every freaking thing.
See, you should have had that thing strapped to your head while you were doing the rope course.
Good God.
Right?
Yes, that bag is for all of that now.
Yeah, that'll work.
No, we're going to get another bag at the end of the next cruise. We'll add more stuff.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're going to need a Sherpa to get to a cruise ship. What's interesting, if we just drive, right? If we're doing like Florida-based cruises, because most of the time we're in Florida, but if we just drove, it doesn't matter how many bags you typically have. It's just the inconvenience of moving 10,000 things.
It is.
However, we do fly to cruises, and there are extreme limitations.
Yeah.
And so
And we are maxed out in
Maxed.
our flying capacity.
49.5 pounds on both of our big bags and
Yeah.
everything else. So, all right.
And I do not want more weight in my backpack.
No. Yeah, I just did it again. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, y'all. Since I don't know what I'm doing and I'm about to have a meltdown, we're out of here. Love you. Mean it.